Hello and welcome to Cities Skylines 2. Today we're going to be discussing high rent. Now high rent happens because we're not putting down small enough plots. So one thing which you may not be aware of in this game is that the plot size is what defines the amount of money people have to spend. So on these single low density houses, if the plot size is big, it's going to cost a lot of money. Whereas on this building here, this is a medium density and the plot size is big, but it's shared between 120 households. Whereas one of these, only 2 residents, and they're okay because they're wealthy. But this house over here is struggling. They're poor. There's only 2 of them living there. What do you do? Where do you go? Now, I initially thought the way to solve this was to wait for low rent housing. It's not always the case. It's about zoning smaller areas. Okay? And this is the really important part that I can talk to you about. So, if we have a look at this map here, this plot size is really quite big. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to de-zone this area. And the way to do that is to take out the zone. And you use your mouse, right-click, and use the little marquee tool. Now, if you demolish the house, they won't start rebuilding another one. And also, this is now a lovely grey colour rather than the green colour. To switch to, so you can see it a lot better, just press I. Press I on your keyboard. It's much easier to see what you're doing. Now you can see this was a 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we just zone this little area, you can see a new building is going up straight away. And it will be a lot more cost effective for somebody to live in this house than it would their neighbour's house. It's all to do with the plot size, the zone size. The other thing to take into consideration is housing, like in real life, gets more expensive the more services that are around. So this area became a lot more expensive when, for example, I added the cemetery in, because this also adds recreational value to the people around the area. It also acts as a park. So you can see here, that's a park icon. So even though it's a cemetery, it's got recreational value, which adds land value to the area. A quick way to see land value is in the information, info views, go to land value. And you can see here, low to high. Low to high. So these ones here are about medium, okay? So these are a lot more expensive than, let's say, this house here, which is on the main highway. This house, which is on an intersection. Now, land, so you have, there's two different things to think about. Land value and building value. So land value, so here is actually all white, so it's low land value, whereas the building itself, the color codes will tell you where it is on the spectrum. Let me show you a higher land value. So here, because there's schools, here's a school, here's a school, you're starting to get the medium land value, so the rent is going to be higher around this area. So you need to think very carefully about what type of housing and what size of housing you're going to put around a high value part of town. So that is a very quick tutorial for you. And I just want to run through one more thing one more time. The most important thing you need to do is go, instead of zoning an area completely, use the marquee tool and make your zones a lot smaller, so that they're a lot more manageable. I could even just do one there and one there. Like that. Okay, they'll start building eventually. This one here, you see, same issue. Too high rent. So, what we do, go to the zone tool, right click on your mouse, let's unzone it. And I unzone it first because when I demolish it, it won't start rebuilding straight away. Let's unzone that area. I'm just going to go to press I so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to do a smaller house here. And that's going up straight away. The other thing is, I could do a little small house behind it, but it's not connected to the road. If it was connected to the road, I could put another one there. So it's all just being really sensible with the spaces that you have. I hope you found this video useful. We've now got rid of the issue over here about high rent. And that's all you have to do. Very simple, very quick, very easy fix to what could be quite a large problem. See you in the next video. Bye for now.